Hello everyone, this is Gerone Wright again here with another discovery of mine that I'd like to share with you here on YouTube. And just want to let you know that this is actually this is a page taken from the reported Lost Book of Nostradamus. Okay, and there's been a mystery surrounding the images that have actually been drawn in this book, and nobody actually seems to know what they are. But I've had a paranormal experience that I've been dealing with now for almost over 3 years, and I have the experience in my encounter. It's actually a paranormal experience, and I evolved with this through my experience, and have recorded most of it on my website of Alien UFOs, Dreams and Experiences, and I titled the my experience, I am an alien and so are you. As I evolved through my experience and my encounter, I realized that I was able to understand and see things in ways that, which are not really considered normal amongst our general population. So, but anyway, to make a long story short, since I've had my experience and encounter, I've been able to see things that other people can't see. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. This is a page from the Lost Book of Nostradamus. You see my name is up there, Gerone Wright. As you see, like a Merlin type guy right there on the tail of what is actually a dragon. There's a dragon's head there, which represents the serpent. And you see the fire along the bottom. Now let me show you some of the things that you probably don't see. Notice right here, this object. That object represents a whale. Right there. That's a whale. What this image is showing you, what Nostradamus is suggesting in this image, is that the whale, which is from the sea, I guess you would call it, I don't know, an amphibian, I guess, or whatever. Okay, and the lizard, which represents the serpent, which represents the land, which is the fire-breathing dragon, actually had a genetic union. Okay, had a genetic union, and through that, there was a manipulation process, and I'm stating that it was purposely done in order to create mankind. Now, the resulting image that shows you out on the tail, there's the Merlin image, which would be in the image of man. Now, and that would actually go on to land, because the lizard represents land. So therefore, if the whale is there, okay, there would have to be a reptilian being that was produced from it all. And it is. Encoded in the tail, right there. You can Google the original image. You will see the image of a reptile, the reptilian, a man's face, which is part like amphibian, fish, or whatever you want to call it, a reptilian being. There's the image of him right there, and you'll be able to see it when you Google the actual image. Now, there's one that you can see that's legible, and then down here at the beginning there's another one that's legible, and you'll see that there's an object going from its mouth like a tongue, and it shows you where there was where the genetics was actually pulled into this being, which actually resulted into this being up here. Now, I don't know if you can see them. I can see them clear as day. It probably takes some time, but if you notice along here, it has showed you the evolutionary phases, which actually resulted beginning here and comes around, and it shows you right there, and they're encrypted into the image. Now, there's other images that I'm going to show you as well too. Now, this is just the one page from the Lost Book of Nostradamus. I'm going to show you another one. I'm going to bring up another page. Here's another page. I'm going to do a total of 3 to show you that I have actually unlocked the secret that people have been trying to do in so long. Now, here's another famous page from the Lost Book of Nostradamus. Here's the arm. Notice in the arm, there's a sleeve there. Encoded on this side, you'll see a creature. That creature, I'm stating, is that of a whale. Then on the other end, where I just showed you, there's a reptilian being right there in the sleeve of, well, this would actually be like the shoulder area of the arm. It shows the image of a whale. Then over here, and this, which would be the sleeve, it shows you the reptilian face that's included in the sleeve. There's a face there. And the man's arm coming from out of it shows you that mankind actually emerged from the whale. Then it shows you how the genetics were actually spewed out, and it shows you how there was a chain of events that actually resulted in what we are today. So this would represent the reptilian side, and then it shows you a manipulation of them is going on. Now, the reason why you see these images like this is because it shows you that the manipulation process is still going on and still being practiced through Christianity. You see the monk there, and then it tells you that there are ancient genetics that are actually even being manipulated through kings and queens, and that's the reason why the king is there. I want to show you something else. Along in these columns posts, look at the edges of the columns. It shows you the creature that was actually created, the founding creatures that was actually created. This image here is of a witch-like woman. I call her the mother of creation because she appears everywhere. Look at how her image actually evolves. It shows you on both sides. Okay, over here, you come over here and you take a look. You see my arrows on there. You can see a lot more of this. It's much clearer on my alien UFO site. I just actually printed it out here, and by me making so many multiple copies, it's actually really not clear. But look at the monk. Half of the monk's face, look, you see the darkened area, shows you a being in there. It shows you what these genetics did when they went through and were passed on and manipulated through the bodies of these different beings. Now, it's not the monk. The monk actually just represents just the genetics of this creature. I mean, not the image of this man. I mean, it just shows you how they evolved. It shows you what creatures evolved, and then it just resulted in these beings, and it just shows you how the manipulation process created each individual and where each bloodline is actually today. It shows you the bloodline here, and it shows you the bloodline there, which I actually know how to read. I'm not going to go on and try to explain it at all just in this few minutes here, because it would be impossible. But what I see that this is to be is like a cauldron, and which is actually used in the pagan worship. Now look at the end of the opposite end of the cauldron here. Look at how there are faces. This here is an image of an ape on the corner of the cauldron there. It's actually in the body. Look at the body. I mean the clothing. It's also in the clothing. It shows you which creatures resulted from each step of this manipulation process that a select few of people actually knew about. Nostradamus knew about it. Leonardo da Vinci knew about it, and a lot of the Renaissance painters knew about it, and most of them whom have an affiliation with ancient Christianity, which I guess would be founded mostly in part through the Vatican. Okay, now let's go over to the king here. When you go over to the king, notice that the king's face looks abnormal. That's because on the back of his head is another head. It shows you two other faces there on the back of the king's head. Okay, the king's clothing, his wardrobe, it shows you the bloodline of the ancient creature that his blood is actually is a result of. On the back of the wardrobe there, the same as that is up here, is on the back. The same here. Where the bloodline is, it shows you this creature, how it evolved there, what half is there, and then on this side as well too, the same with the king there. And on the king's mantle, it's in the mantle. I guess I got the copy ran off the page there, but on the back of that mantle also, you will see the faces of these creatures, showing you the cyclonation process, and shows you how this bloodline actually travels. People, this is what this is all about. Now I'm going to bring up another image. Okay, I didn't realize how good you can see that ape there. Look at that ape. Look how good that image is there. highlighting them, and all I did is just highlight it. Now, people have been trying to figure this out for many years. Now, I'm gonna go to the next image. Again, I'm just gonna show you some. I can do much more than this, but I'm just showing you the images because this is something that you can Google and you can actually see for yourself. Look at the clergyman in the middle. Look at what I can see on each shoulder. It shows you there's the group of the clergy women here, and then over here the clergy men. It shows you which way genetics went, okay, and what they're doing. There's a manipulation process going on, and I'm saying that this is something that's been going on forever, okay, and there's an understanding with the manipulation of this process that everyone is not privileged to. And all of my videos here on YouTube, and which I have in circulation, and information that I have on alien UFOs, explain a little of what is actually happening. But just take a look at this. Look at that. The resulting genetics of these creatures are encrypted in his wardrobe, in their wardrobe, and in their wardrobe, and it lets you know how these beings came to be, what is still being manipulated today, what genetics are being taken out, which ones are being furthered. It lets you know that there is, I guess that there is a maintenance going on with ancient. I wouldn't say ancient alien genetics. I say ancient celestial genetics, and I know the roots of it all. Now, if you want to know more, people, go to see my videos here on YouTube. Okay, I'm making a series of videos that actually have all of this information in it. Okay, YouTube Geronification. All right, or you can Google my name, Gerone Wright, and what'll come up is I'm an alien, and so are you. And go there, go to that site, go to the last page, and work your way back. I'm on Twitter. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get this information out. I'm on a Pakistani, actually. I just found out that I'm on a Pakistani channel, is like some form of YouTube. I found out as well too. I think it's called One Pakistan, and I'll actually put that information up in the next one, and have that up there too. But I'm actually going global with this, and hopefully what's going to happen is that everything that I've learned and everything that I've encountered is one day is going to be before the world in a way that is going to change everything that we have come to know. All right, I ask for your support, and I appreciate you being here with me in this video, and I'll see you in the next video, because my discoveries are never ending. So expect more and more and more and more and more. It's just going to keep coming, people. So thank you.